Before this video starts, I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed so far. I just hit 300 subscribers and I'm really thankful for you guys. Now on with the video. Many people think the McLaren F1 was the first McLaren road car. It was powered by a BMW V12 and had a top speed of 240 miles an hour. It is so iconic that I will make a separate video about it. But it wasn't really the first McLaren. Let me explain. In 1952, 15-year-old Bruce McLaren won his first race in a modified Austin 7 Ulster. It had a 750cc four-cylinder engine. His dad bought it in very bad condition, and Bruce spent 2 years restoring it and modifying it. He made it go 15 miles an hour faster. After winning, Bruce dreamt of making his own cars and racing them. 7 years later, Bruce won his first F1 race for the Cooper F1 team. He then started his own racing team in 1963. It has competed since then and hasn't missed a season once.
Of the last 28 CanAm races, a time spanning almost 3 years, the McLaren team has won 25, one of the great achievements in all of sports.
They also dominated in CanAm, starting in 1967. Their first CanAm race car was called the M6A and dominated the season. They made it as simple as possible, and it was powered by a mid-mounted 5.9-liter Chevy V8. The M6A was also the first McLaren that used a monocoque chassis. Bruce had long desired to build a mid-engine race car, augmented by his experiences in the CanAm competition. As a project, the goals were pretty simple. Weld the coupe body onto the M6A monocoque, make it the fastest car of its kind in the world, then race it in Group 4 of the World Sports Car Championship alongside the big names such as Ferrari and Porsche. It had the same engine from the CanAm car that made 370 horsepower. It had a 5-speed manual transmission to the rear wheels. It had 4-wheel 12-inch disc brakes, coil springs, and shock absorbers and sway bars. But for McLaren to enter Group 4, they had to make 50 road-going variants of it. The m6gt project was cancelled because McLaren didn't have the resources or the money to put that many engines in all those cars. But before that happened, the team built 4 prototypes. 2 of them were converted into road cars, one of which was Bruce's daily driver. The car had an estimated top speed of 180 miles an hour. It was the fastest thing with a license plate, but it wasn't official because the real top speed was never tested. It had a 0 to 60 time of 4.2 seconds. Since it was a prototype of a race car, it had zero practicality or usability in mind. Bruce drove his red M6gt for getting data for his new projects until his death in 1970. It now sits in the McLaren headquarters. With his death, the car never saw any high production numbers. Only 4 were made, 2 red ones, 1 blue striped yellow, and 1 in the iconic McLaren orange color were built. Thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe and share for more videos like this. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the summer, so it would really help out a lot.